My friend Matthew Moore has been a little bit busy, and he has created a new spin of Manjaro. We are looking at Manjaro Moore right now on Spatry's Cup of Linux. Okay, let's get started. Now, got a little bit of ground to cover here, and I know Matthew's already made a video on his spin, so you'll probably want to check that out because he's going to go into a lot more detail than I'm going to cover here. This is just to make my audience aware that there is a new spin out in the wild, and I'd like to show this to you because I think it's pretty neat. All right, first, we don't have a version number on this, so I'm guessing this is Matthew Moore Manjaro version 1 or something like that. Maybe we'll figure that out at some point. But at any rate, thank you, Matthew, for your contribution. He also did a tutorial on the proper usage of Manjaro ISO, so this may actually give me a chance to have a better understanding of how it works and possibly put together a spin of my own for all of you out there who want to have my desktop. All right, so you're greeted with the standard welcome screen here. And the original release didn't work in VirtualBox, so some changes were made to get this working. Kudos to you, Matthew. Your dedication has been fantastic in getting this together. This version attempts to make Manjaro even more user-friendly. All right, first, this uses his favorite wallpaper. I've seen this desktop of his on many Hangouts on G+, because he shares his desktop and stuff, and this is his favorite wallpaper that he has, so I think it's kind of cool that he has this included here. But you can right-click on your desktop here, go into your desktop settings, and then you're going to see he has included a bunch of really cool Manjaro wallpapers from the internet. It takes a moment to load all of these up because there are quite a bit of them in there. So he really cherry-picked the cream of the crop for different wallpapers for Manjaro Linux in here. This one looks really cool. I love the dragon one. But you know what? He left out the coolest wallpaper of all, and that happens to be my personal favorite. Hold on, let me minimize some stuff here so that you can see this wallpaper, huh? That's all right. I'm going to be including this wallpaper in my spin if I ever get around to it. It has to do something with making ice cubes in Hades before that happens. Just kidding. All right, so picked out another cool wallpaper for this. Very, very nice indeed. Now, if you mouse to the top of the screen, you're going to notice there is an additional XFCE panel, which is designed to work as a dock. And then this will allow you to get to some other applications, such as your file manager, your web browser, which I believe this has Firefox installed by default, a mail reader, Pigeon Instant Messaging, which Matthew uses all the time. Personally, I don't use it at all. Skype comes loaded with this. You get Mumble for connecting through voice chat, Hex chat for connecting on IRC, and interestingly enough, he has also included a link in the software that will connect you to my personal IRC channel. Good stuff indeed. All right, you also get a quick launch to the LibreOffice Shotwell for managing your photos. Pinta. Now, while I was testing this out, Pinta looks like a great alternative to Macromedia Fireworks, which is something I've been using for a long time, and so this prompted me to actually download this and try it out. I think it's pretty neat. I like this a lot better than GIMP. Its workflow seems to be a little bit simpler, but you do have GIMP included with this for those of you who want all the advanced features. You get Banshee for managing all of your music. You get the Linux Multimedia Studio, which is Linux's answer to Fruity Loops or FL Studio. Pretty neat indeed. You also get Audacity for editing audio files. I use that software on every episode that you see here on Spatry's Cup of Linux. Blender comes preloaded with this. You get Kdenlive. You get K3B for burning your disks, and of course, quick launch to your terminal emulator. And there are some shortcuts here, so let's go over some of these shortcuts that he has included to make this easier for you. So we'll just go into our settings right here. We're going to go into keyboard here, and then application shortcuts, and you will see there are a number of different things that he has included in here to make this easy for you. For instance, if you press Control-Alt-Delete on your keyboard, what this will do is it will turn your cursor into a skull and crossbones or an X depending on your icon theme, and it will allow you to click on any window that is not behaving and kill it immediately. Now, because I have Control-Alt-Delete assigned something else on my system, I can't really demonstrate that because this, in effect, is conflicting with something I have on my host system. Okay, you can Alt-F2 to run something. Control-Escape will get the XF desktop menu. Control-T gets you the drop-down menu. So let's try that. We're going to Control-T. And there you are. You have the drop-down menu, much like Wake. I like this because, you didn't have to install YakWake or GWake. This is built right into XFCE. Awesome stuff indeed. Okay, and then, of course, there are a few other nifty little things here. So, like the super key or the window key on some of your keyboards. Super plus L will bring up that menu for you with a keyboard shortcut. I also thought that was very nice. So there have been some improvements to make this a little bit easier for you guys. Okay, and let's have a look at the bottom of the screen and then work our way to the menu where we'll have a look at some of the applications this comes preloaded with. You have the time, a volume control, your battery indicator, your terminal drop down has a link here if you activated that. Your update manager, volume control. You also have your network connectivity. You can install additional language packs on this, a clipboard manager, and a desktop switcher, which is presently set at just one desktop. But you can right-click on this, go into Properties on it, okay, and then you can go into Workspace Settings, and you can change that. You can make that as many desktops as you want. So we just switched that to 4 quite quickly there. So good stuff indeed. I'm going to leave that as 1. Then, of course, you have your weather indicator here, which will tell you what the temperature is in Matthews City. So you're going to have to actually change that by right-clicking on this icon, going into Properties here. Okay, and then you're going to need to put in the city you live in, and it will allow you to get the current temperature reading for where you live. Very well thought out here. All right, so let's go into our menu. We'll give you a quick rundown of everything that you get with this. Of course, I've already mentioned all the software here. These are everything that is currently included in Favorites, which is also in the top action bar that we saw. All right, a number of accessories come standard with this. Everything you need to get the most out of the system, such as your file archiving utilities here. You get Catfish for file searching, a calculator, a text editor, and that sort of thing. Plus, you also get a nice little main menu editor here. Nepomuk is included with this for backing up your system, and a bunch of other little toys are thrown in. All right, by default, you have a few little development tools in here. These are usually installed whenever you have any Qt applications installed that use the Qt or Qt framework. So that's why they're displayed here, but you can use the menu editor to hide this if you want to. All right, in games, you get some pretty fun stuff here. My favorite of all of them is Amazing Misuse of Resources or More. And you click on this little thing, and then it'll put a funny little character on your screen. Where it is, I don't see it right now. Ah, there it is. It's the smiley face. Maybe we can right-click on this somewhere. Okay, it's not letting me change it right now, but there is a settings configuration for that, so that you can change it. Get Extreme Tux Racer, Frozen Bubble, K Mahjong, K Patience, and a few other things with Steam included. which, of course, I'm sure a lot of you are going to use because Steam has the mother load of games. Yes, indeed. Graphics, a number of tools come preloaded with this. I've talked about most of them. So, yeah, good stuff indeed. You get Firefox as your web browser in here, as I indicated. It looks like you have checked Gmail. So, for those of you with a Gmail account, most of you are if you're watching me on YouTube. Yeah, nice little utilities pre-included with this, and a few other little things with the inclusion of Thunderbird. Multimedia, a bunch of tools, again, available to you. You can get GovCView for your webcam viewer, that sort of thing. I'm really liking what I see here. The full LibreOffice suite comes preloaded with this. Good stuff. Settings, everything you need for customizing this and making it yours. But why would you want to customize it? You want to run Matthew Moore's desktop. Just kidding. And then some system tools as well, preloaded with this. Matthew, I think you did a nice job on this. It looks very good. And now that you have a video up showing how to wrap your head around Manjaro ISO, this is something I think I'm going to have to look at, and in my free time possibly put together my own spin with Compiz and all that other fancy schmancy stuff. Matthew has a support board available at cupoflinux.com. Just visit cupoflinux.com, go into the forum right here, and then you can scroll down to where it says Manjaro only, and under the child board you will see Matthew Moore Manjaro right here. Click on this and you will see there are a few topics included in here. And I'll tell you what, Matthew is very proactive on this board, and mostly this board on here. So if you have any questions for Matthew regarding this distribution, or you want more information, his videos and fixes and everything will be discussed on this board here. I will have a link to it in the show notes. So please register at cupoflinux.com so you can get in on the conversation and all of that stuff. Also, while you're here, you might want to click the chat button above. That will open up this blue tab that I have here, where there are a number of people having a conversation right now. Everybody's in there talking, and it's quite a bit livelier than my IRC channel, it seems. Since I put up the new chat room, a lot of people seem to like this a little bit more. So definitely hop in and say hello there. Once again, awesome job, Matthew. Thanks for your contribution to the community, and I know I'm excited about building my own Manjaro spin now that you've put up the video and that sort of thing. All right, well, that's all I have on this. As a reminder, please consider supporting the show hosts who are bringing you the content you enjoy the most by disabling your ad blockers or shouting some coins. Peace out!